So I'm finally feeling okay. I'm a bit tired still, but not ill anymore. I've been home from work today too, just like yesterday, and like having his heart issue and so on, just living row at preschool. So, but now I'm feeling okay. I'm not. I mean, it's 11 o'clock in the evening, and I'm not feeling dead, so that's a really good thing. But it's been quite exhausting. That's last week, but it's gonna be fine, and I hope next week gonna be much better. So yeah, and as I said, I left a red preschool, and today when I came, they told me she'd been asking for me for last like hour. Like, oh, mommy coming, where's mommy? Mommy, is mommy there? Is mommy coming? Like that. And most of me feel like, oh, poor Ro, you missed me, like feel sorry for her. But there also this tiny little bit of me that feels good about that she's missing me, because I miss her so much when we're not together. It's I really want to be with her. She's so much fun to be with, and talking about fun and kids, Rue love, as I've seen in some of the videos I've posted, she loves to jump in water puddles and play in mud and so on. And I mean, that's how children should be, That's or at least I think childhood should be like. You should be able to have fun and play and so on. But I often hear people, because I post those in some social media and like Facebook and Instagram and so on, and sometimes I get those comments from people like, yeah, it looked like a lot of fun, but I wouldn't let my kid. And I was like, why? Why? I hear quite often like, oh, I went to whatever event, outdoor event, fun for kids, and neither of my children got dirty clothes, and I was like, is that a goal? I mean, if I can see, point that you want to keep your children tidy and so on. If I going, for example, to the church, I prefer if Rue is not too muddy and not too wet and so on. It's like, because you want to be dressed up and there's not a place you can play and so on. But if I go somewhere and I know we're going to be, fun things to do and so on, even if let's say if I'm going to visit a friend living far away and know I have to go by train and by bus and walk and so on for some time, I bring the clothes I want Rue to be in when we get there in my bag, and put something else on her, plus an extra pair of shoes, always extra pair of shoes, because we always get wet. And I know not everybody has the possibility to have extra pair of shoes. That is, like, let's face it, not everybody can afford to have several pair of shoes for your kids if you don't have a culture where you use shoes indoors and so on, which you don't in Sweden. And I get that. Absolutely, but if it's possible, it's nice to have extra pair of shoes with you, because they get wet, muddy, and so on. But I keep that, the things I want her to be dressed up in my bag, and then I let her play as she please on the way there, because it's just once in a lifetime. You're 2.5 years old, and I think it's funny to crawl on all four on the ground, or playing at the floor on the buses, and jump in water puddles and play with mud and sand and dig big holes and disappear inside of them yourself and so on. I mean, it's just such a short time in life, and I think those events where you want her to be tidy and clean and so on are not events she should pick to herself. If she picks an event to do herself, she picks something where she can play and get dirty and have fun. So it's like I'm putting my own need and expectations and this dream picture I have of how great everything gonna look and so on above my child's needs, and I don't think it's really okay to do. I mean, it's bad enough that I drag her to things she probably thinks are boring. I mean, we all have to sacrifice ourselves a little bit. So naturally she have to go to those things I think she thinks are boring, but I think it's fun sometimes, just like I do things I think is boring because she thinks it's fun. I mean, yeah, it's not that much fun to sit and dig a big hole for a fire truck in a sand pit for 2.5 hours, but kids like it, and yeah, I can enjoy it, part of it, and sometimes you can zoom out a little bit mentally, and sometimes you can zoom in a little bit, and yeah, you know. But again, things you do for kids, and yeah, it's something I've noticed. And it's also, it provokes others when you say that you let your kids get dirty. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyway, tomorrow she'll go and get dirty. Not for first she'll going to dance, and that probably won't be that dirty. But after that, she's going out in the woods with her older siblings and my parents. The idea was for us to go, all of us, but I didn't know my mom was coming, and I don't have a driving license and a car, and not a car, so we're just not enough places for us. So I go into my parents' place after it by train, which means I can have a few hours off tomorrow, and I just can be me. It's gonna be nice, and I think my kids can have a nice time in the woods, and are doing this meatball sandwich, Swedish specialty, so I can bring out and have a picnic in the woods tomorrow, because it's gonna be really great weather. So yeah. And also right now, after this video, I'm going to try to make makeup on myself, a really glitterish one with this absolutely lovely blue color I love, and this one. But I won't show you how that turns out, because it's probably gonna be messy, and we save it for